ॐ ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च So we are in Gita Press, page 94, bottom paragraph. Your PDF book, page 3, I think, top of page 3. So let us chant from, we are doing mantra number 1. We finished the first half, Bhaashyam of the first half of the mantra, right? And so let's read from Evam Swabhavi Api. Evam Swabhavepi.
Where exactly is that? Page 3 is it?
Yeah, page 3, top. Okay, we'll come one line before that, which means page 2 at the bottom, probably.
Page. Evam swabhavepi
Sati
sati
lokasya
lokasya
kaschit
kaschit
nadyaha
nadyaha
prati srotrah pravartanam iva
pratisrotah pravartanam iva
dhiraha dhiman viveki
धीरः धीमान् विवेकी
pratyagatmanam
प्रत्यगात्मानं
pratyaksha asau atma cha
प्रत्यक्ष असौ आत्मा च
iti pratyagatma.
इति प्रत्यगात्मा.
So Shanti, you have the book and all? You are able to follow the Bhaashyam? No. Okay. So
I will try to download now. I think
no,
in the
Vijay. No. Vijay will. Yeah, Vijay will give you all the files and all, so you can look it up. Yeah. Pratichi eva
प्रतीचि एव
atma shabdah
आत्मशब्दः
rudaha loke
रूढः लोके
na anyasmin.
न अन्यस्मिन्.
Okay, we'll stop with that. So we are looking at this first mantra of the first Valli of the second chapter. Adhyaya Adhyaye Prathamayam Valyam Prathamaha Mantraha. So this Bhashyakara had introduced this Valli itself. He said, Atma was introduced in the previous chapter, in the previous Valli, in fact. Atma was introduced, and Ashabdam, Asparsham, Arupam, Avyayam, etc. introduced. And then on top of that, Yesha Sarveshu Bhuteshu Gudha Atma. And so, but this Atma is too subtle, it is hidden, all those words were used, correct? And But then Agraya Buddhya. With a discerning mind, a discerning person can appreciate Atma like that. It was said. So here, Shankaracharya is introducing this chapter by saying, uh, what is it? Why is it like this? Why can't everybody just come to a Vedanta class? That is the question. Why is not like that? Why is the world so like that? You say this is the greatest thing, etc. But how come people are not able to come to this? Okay, what is that? What is that obstacle? What is the barrier? That is how he had introduced it. And then the mantra said, what did we see? Paranchikani Vyatrinat Swayambhu. This Bhagavan Parameshwara Swayambhu just created these sense organs in such a way that they're all outward focused, anatma focused. And therefore, the person becomes dharmartha kama pradana purushaha. Doesn't even understand that there is moksha. And then somewhere he hears about moksha, and then he says, okay, oh, let it be moksha, and after retirement, I'll take care of it. Okay, until for don't interfere, don't confuse me with all these words, moksha. Like that, at best, that's what he says. Why? Because the sense organs are like that is how it was presented. We saw the Bhaashyam there. Then Bhashyakara began explaining this. Kaschit dhiraha pratyagatmanam aikshate. Okay, the third quarter of the mantra, he started explaining. But then there is this kaschit dhiraha. Just one viveki. Occasionally, you'll find a viveki floating around. And he was confused. He was he is as confused as everybody else. But he at least recognizes that I'm confused and there is something that's bothering me and I don't know what it is. Like that, this guy has this idea. Kaschid dhiraha. Then he says, Pratyagatmanam aikshate. Pratyagatmanam. Bhashyakara was explaining in the last class. And he said, Pratyagatma, he's defining that word. Pratyakcha asau atma cha iti. Pratyagatma is a samasa. In Sanskrit, there is a construct called samasa, where you can bring words together. Like Neelakantaha, Padmanabhaha, all these are Padma and Nabhaha. They come together. Two words come together and form a word which neither directly refers to Padma nor directly refers to Nabhaha or Nabhihi. It refers to somebody on whose navel there is Padma. Okay, so very interesting construct it is. So like that here also. Here it is not, it's a construct called samasa. But here it means what? Pratyak and Atma. That which is Pratyak and that which is Atma is called Pratyak. Means what? Atma that is inside is called Pratyaka. That is the meaning. But Shankaracharya is using this opportunity to tell us something more about this word Pratyakatma. He's saying, we saw this last time, there are two types of meanings for every word. One is called Rudhi Arthaha. Another is called Vyutpatti Arthaha. Rudhi Arthaha and Rudhi and Vyutpatti Arthaha. Rudhi means common understanding of a word, like Khagaha. Khagaha is a bird. It means a bird. That's it. Anybody who asks what is Khagaha, they will tell you it's a bird. But then that is called Rudhi Arthaha, common understanding of word. But there's something else called Vyutpatti Arthaha. Am I audible? I'm audible, right? Okay, good. So Vyutpatti Arthaha, and that means what? It is the etymological meaning of a word. The meaning of the word derived from the etymology of the word. Okay, etymology is an interesting subject, which is basically breaking down words into further fundamentals of the word. You know, when I was studying for GRE long ago, we had to do all kinds of memorization. Oh boy, the amount of memorization we did for GRE. English, English was tough. They used to give some tough exams. And so this book had told me, you know what, this VOC, VOC, vocal, vocative, vocation, all these things are there. So that VOC means speech, like that book had told. And so we have to remember, if you recognize VOC, that means you make sure it has something to do with speech, like vocal, invoke, all these words we have to, so that you go to the root like that. They will say Latin root and so on. But Latin in that case is not true. Vach Sanskrit vach Okay. So that is called etymology, looking into the root. So he's going to give us the etymology in the next step. But before that, he says, okay, so kagaha, what is etymology? Ke gachati iti kagaha. Ke means kha means akasha. Therefore, akashe gachati iti kagaha. Therefore, anything that moves in the sky can be called as a kagaha. Okay. Therefore the plane that's flying there and the mother takes the child and says, look, look, look. Is that a bird? Yeah, it's a bird. No, it's not a bird. It's called an airplane. Okay. And then the child has to be taught why this airplane is different from a bird, etc. And so, but that object in the sky is also called a kagaha vyutpakti pakshe api. From the point of etymology also, that looking at it, you can bring more words, more objects into that word, khagaha. Like that. Okay, ambujaha, nirajaha, nirajaha, nire jayate iti nirajaha. That which is born in water is called niraja, which is often referred to a lotus. But then anything born in water can be called niraja. Okay, any fish can be called niraja. Mosquitoes also can be called nirajaha. Correct? But in Sanskrit classes, we don't call mosquitoes nirija. There is another word they use. I forget the word now. Something they say. Something. I forget those words. So anyway, uh, see these words, only if you teach Sanskrit, you remember these words. When you study Vedanta all the time, those are words that are used for all this television and table and then this ladle and pen and pencil. These words and all you forget. But those are the words we use when we teach Sanskrit. Anyway, so look at what he says here. Okay. Pratichi eva atma shabdaha rudaha loke na anyasmin. Hey, loke, asmin loke, in this common understanding, in this world, means among us. When you mention the word pratichi, okay, normally we don't use the word pratichi, but the normal meaning of the word pratichi is atma shabdaha only. It refers to atma only. Common meaning also is atma. Na anyasmin. It doesn't mean anything else. It means atma only. Pratyak means atma. Pratichi, pratyak, it's the same thing. In the sense of inside, that is the meaning of pratichi. Okay, saptami, that is why it's like that. So that word atma means in the sense of being inside only. Like that he says. Okay. Now, let's go to the next one. Let's read the next sentence here. Whoever is next. So, Ruda means what? Commonly understood meaning. Rudaha. Okay. Vyutpatti pakshe api
व्युत्पत्तिपक्षे अपि
tatra eva
तत्र एव
atmashabdaha vartate
आत्मशब्दः वर्तते
yachapnoti yada datte
यच्छाप्नोति यदा दत्ते
yachati vishayaniha.
यच्छाति विषयानिह
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yachasya santato bhavaha
यच्छास्य सन्ततो भावः
tasmadatmeti kirtyate.
Tasmad Atmeti Kirtyate.
Yeah. So you can put the quotation marks around this shloka, right? Yachapnoti, put some quotation marks there. It may not be there in your book. And then ends with kirtyate. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya is doing this. Vyutpatti pakshe api. Okay, now let's look at the vyutpatti, namely etymological meaning of this word pratyagatma. Api tatra eva atma shabdaha vartate. Vyutpatti pakshe also, if you look, atma means the same thing. Inside. I mean, pratyagatma means atma, that is inside. That is the meaning you're going to get. Not pratyak, atma shabdaha. Okay, he's now moving to atma, not the word pratyak. Atma. Here, what is atma? Atma is inside, generally we understand, and pratyagatma also. Pratyak also means inside, therefore pratyagatma is equal to atma, that is inside. Okay. And so now he's going to look at the meaning of the word atma. We have never done it before, right? So he's going to tell us what that is. Okay. Vyutpatti pakshe api. From the point of view of Vyutpatti also, tatra eva. Tatra means what? In that same sense of being inside that Atma that is there in the Jivatma, that is there in the Jiva, in the same sense, or whatever Atma should mean, okay? Atma Shabdha Vartate. He's quoting a mantra from Linga Puranam. Okay, the mantra is there in the Gita Press, Linga Puranam 170-96. Look at Shankaracharya. There's no Google, nothing. Okay. And he's quoting a mantra from Linga Purana. We don't even know that there is a Puranam called Linga Purana. Okay. And so he's saying, look at this. Before we read this, okay, let's understand. There are going to be 4 meanings given in this mantra, right? 4 meanings. 4 meanings. Let's first look at the 4 meanings and then come back to the mantra. First meaning of Atma, right, comes from the Ap Dhatu. Ap Dhatu. So now a little bit of Sanskrit is helpful. And we can make a note of these things. Ap. The meaning of ap is what? In the sense of pervading. Pervading. That means sense of just being present everywhere. Ap, vyaptau. In Sanskrit, it's called vyaptau. In the sense of all pervasiveness, pervading. Okay. And apnoti iti atma. Means the atma, that which is all pervasive is called atma. That is the first meaning of the word atma. Coming from the root ap. All right. Hope you're writing this down. I'll summarize it again. Okay. Then, the second meaning of the word, of the etymology, you have to go to the verb called ang. Ang. So, ang, dane, in the sense of giving. Okay. In the sense of giving. Okay. Da is in the sense of giving, but ada. Ang purvaka da. Ada. Ada means opposite of da, which is in the sense of taking, in the sense of receiving, in the sense of resolving, in the sense of dissolving, the sense of capturing. Hey, what is this Atma in the sense of capturing? What can the meaning mean? Meaning be. Well, in the sense of resolving, when the world resolves in Pralaya, everything goes back to Atma. Everything, all the manifestation, all the vibhakti is gone. The entire world, which is now manifest as so many different things, is now just one thing, which is Atma. So, Pralaya Kale Yasmin Liyate Saha Atma. In the time of Pralaya, that in which everything, that means everything means what? The entire world resolves is called Atma. That is the meaning. Ang Purvaka Da Ada. Okay. So, Adate iti Atma. That is the way to write it down finally. Adate iti Atma. That is the second meaning. First meaning is what? Apnoti iti atma. Apnoti vyapnoti iti atma. Pervading, first meaning. Second meaning, that in which everything resolves, is called atma. Okay, I hope everybody's following, correct? Yeah, I'll summarize all this again. Okay, then number
Sorry,
3.
Guruji, Ang Purva Dha and then Adatte, is it? You said?
Adatte, that is a verb. When you express it in the form of a verb, third person singular verb, it's called adatte. Resolves. Resolves. That is the meaning of adatte. Atma adatte. Atma resolves. This thing resolves. Therefore, this thing is called adatte. I mean atma. All right. Third meaning. Ad dhatu. Ad. Ad. Ad bhakshane. If you look up the dhatu bata, it will say bhakshane. Bhakshane means in the sense of consuming. Bhakshana. And with the sense of consuming, in the sense of broadly experiencing. Bhakshana. Experiencing. And atti. That is the word. The verb will become atti. Atti attaha anti. And I mean, atti attaha adanti. That is how it conjugates. Okay. So that which consumes, that which experiences, is called Atma. Wait a minute, Atma cannot experience. How can you say that which experiences Atma? That which creates experience in the form of the Jivatma, that which allows the Jivatma to experience the entire world, is called Atma. So, Atti iti Atma. That is the third meaning of Atma. Correct? Fourth meaning. Fourth meaning. At dhatu. There is a dhatu called at. At means in the sense of running, in the sense of walking fast, in the sense of moving, gamane. Okay, and means what? In the sense of existence. In the sense of existence, wherever you go, it is there. Okay, in the sense of always there. Sarvada asti iti atati. Atati iti atma. Atati means what? Sarvada asti. It is always there. Wherever, whichever direction you turn, it is there. Even after I pass away, it is there. That is called at. Permanently existing. Always existing.
Guruji, could you
That's
just
it.
repeat that? Sarvada asti iti.
Atati. Atati. Iti atma. Atati is the verb. Atma is the noun. Correct? We are trying to, when you get into the root of a noun, you get to the root and the root can give you a verb. And so we convert the root into a verb and then we understand the noun in terms of that verb, in terms of the verb. Correct? And so, atati iti atma means what? Always existing, hence called atma. Sarvada asti. That which is always existing is called atma. All right. What are the four meanings now? Apnoti, vyapnoti iti atma. That which is all pervasive is called atma. Apnoti. Then what? Then resolving. That into which everything resolves is called atma. Okay. That word is adatte. Adatte. Taking back everything. Taking back. Beautiful. Then what? Then consuming, experiencing, the experiencer of all, the ultimate experiencer of all. Okay. That is called atti. Adu bhakshane. Atti iti atma. And then the fourth is what? Sarvada. So atati. Sarvada asti. Always existing, permanently existing, therefore also called atma. That is the essence of this mantra. Okay.
That is atati or adati? Atati.
Atati.
Ata.
At satatya gamane. Okay, atati. All right.
Guruji, we said sarvada asti iti atati.
Sarvada asti is the meaning of the word atati.
Okay. And for adha dhatu, we said in the sense of jivatma being able to experience.
Correct.
So,
Atti. That's called atti. Atti. The verb is called
atti
atti.
iti atma. Atti and atati. Yeah, got it.
Correct. Correct. And first one is what? Apnoti. Second one is what? Adatte. Apnoti, adatte, atti, atati. If you ask me more times, I'll get confused. Okay. Let's not go there. Just say yes, I understood. Interesting psychology it is, you know. Anyway, it's all school days. We all enjoyed our school and college days. And so this teaching is no different. But here we need to be teaching is here the subject matter is Atma. Everywhere else subject matter is Anatma, which is subject to change also. The latest physics is not the physics we studied 40, 50, 60 years ago. So yeah, Mahesh ji has raised his hand and we can't see him though.
Yeah, I'm asking whether this is the last one. For both are first ta, atati, or
Can you repeat your question again?
I said the atati is for both ta or first ta, correct?
Yeah, first down. First down.
Okay. Okay, I didn't hear it. That's why I asked. Well,
There is no second thought of leaves.
thank you.
First, yeah. All right. Now let's look at this mantra from Linga Purana, right? Yacha apnoti, that which has the meaning of apnoti, which is the first meaning, correct? Pervade in the sense of pervading, all pervasiveness. Yat cha apnoti, yat adatte. What is adatte? Same thing, second meaning. Da is to give, ada is to take back, to resolve. That into which everything resolves. Correct? Yat cha adatte, you can put number 2 against adatte. Then yat cha atti, that which is the ultimate consumer of all, or experiencer of all, or that which allows the jiva to experience everything in this world. Okay? Because Atma literally cannot experience. Okay? But it allows the experience to be possible. Therefore, yat cha atti, third meaning. Then he is saying here, okay, what does this Atma help the jiva consume? Vishayan. Vishayan. Vishayan means all objects of the world. Anything you say is a Vishaya. Anatma Vishayan. Iha. Iha means right now, in this world, while we are living. We don't have to go somewhere else. And so, the third meaning, right? And then, yat cha asya santataha bhavaha. Santataha bhavaha, permanent existence. Correct? Santataha bhavaha. Shankaracharya. Yeah. Bhavaha, nature. Because it is of the nature of permanent existence. Okay. Because of that, tasma. Tasmat means what? Because of all these 4 reasons. Because of these 4 reasons. Tasmat. Atma iti kirtyate. It is well known as Atma. Kirtyate. Kirti means fame, you know. So it is famously known as Atma. Atma is a famous word. That's what this mantra is saying. And nobody can touch Atma because whichever way you look at it, it will be called Atma. Okay. And you can use it based on different context. So, Vyutpatti Pakshaha, Shankaracharya has explained, right? Any doubts, you ask me later, okay? All right. Let's read the next one. be Atma. Okay. Iti Atma Shabda
Iti Atma Shabda
Vyutpatti Smaranat.
Yutpatti Smaranat.
Yeah, so that's the way it should be. Your notebook here in Gita Press says Iti Atma Shabda. So it can't be Atma Shabda. It has to be Atma Shabda. So Gita Press people can make that correction. Okay, Iti Atma Shabda Vyutpatti Smarana. Means because of that reason, from this mantra, because of this reason, also we can understand Atma as the Vyutpatti, the etymological meaning of Atma and the common meaning of Atma is identical. Like that he's saying. Now, there is a question for you now. Okay, you have 4 meanings of Atma, right? Now, but there is Paramatma and then there is Jivatma. They are 2 different words. They are not identical. Paramatma is Paramatma, Jivatma is Jivatma. Now, which of these 4 meanings refer to Paramatma? This is a question for you, okay? Which of the 4 meanings, all pervasiveness, and then resolving, and then consuming or experiencing, and then always existing, 4 meanings are there. Which of those 4 refer to Paramatma? Everything does not refer to Paramatma, okay? That is a clue I'm giving you. Which of these 4 refer to Paramatma? Raise your hand, and then I'll call you out.
First and 4.
Wait. No. Raise your hand. Okay, Mahesh, go ahead.
First and 4.
Okay, 1 and 4 Paramatma. Vijay.
1, 2 and 4.
Satish ji.
Except consuming, everything else is Paramatma.
Okay, 1, 2 and 4 Satish ji. Veera Narayana.
Only 4, I think.
Only 4 Paramatma. Ramu ji, Ramachandran ji.
1 to 4.
1, 2, 4 Swapna ji. Okay, she's muted. Okay, go ahead and unmute yourself, and Lakshmi, go ahead.
Only the 4th one.
Sorry, 4.
Okay, 2 Lakshmis are there, to be clear. So Lakshmi Nagesh?
4th one, Guruji.
4, Guruji.
4th one. Okay, Lakshmi Kolari?
1, 2 and 4.
1, 2 and 4 Swapna? Swapna is now muted.
4.
4, okay, all right. Haraprasad?
4.
4, Anuradha Rai Chaudhary. Can't hear you.
1, 2, 4.
2, 4, Prasanna.
1 and 4.
1 and 4, Bhagya. Then Rukmini, then Mohan Sai. Bhagya.
4. Sorry.
4, okay. Rukmini ji, go ahead.
In which everything resolves. 2.
2, only 2 refers to Paramatma.
Yes. In
All
which
right.
everything, including experience, everything resolves. The
Mohan Sai.
Jagat.
Mohan Sai.
1, 2, 4, Guruji.
2, 4. Okay, all right. So
1
good.
to 4.
1, 2, 4. Correct. Okay. All right. So 2 only, 1, 2, 4, and 1, 4. I think these are the 3 answers we got, right? So look at this. Vyapnoti, all pervasive. Paramatma is all pervasive. Okay, we need not have any doubt about that. Okay, because if you say not all pervasiveness, Paramatma is limited, then that's not what we are studying in Advaita Vedanta. Okay, even the Vishishta Advaitis will say Paramatma is all pervasive. Vishnu is all pervasive. Okay, so therefore, first one should apply to Paramatma. Then what? That into which everything resolves. That also is Paramatma. If you say it is not Paramatma, then Paramatma is gone during Pralaya. We don't want that situation to happen. And so Paramatma 2 also refers to Paramatma. Then 3 consuming. Okay, consuming most of you left out. So that's a good thing. And consuming doesn't apply to Paramatma. And the last one is what? Last one is this one. Permanent, always existing. That also should refer to Paramatma. So 1, 2, and 4 is the right answer. Now the question is, which of these 3 apply to Jiva? Which of these 3 apply to Jiva? Okay. Let's have some answers.
Guruji, that's what I meant. To Jiva only you asked. 4.
Oh, I asked Jiva.
With respect to Jiva, what
Hmm.
applies?
No,
No,
he
no,
asked
no,
about
no, no,
Paramatma.
no, no, no.
Paramatma. He didn't ask about Jiva.
Meera is racing ahead. Meera is racing ahead. No. I asked, but thankfully, I mean, otherwise. Okay. Anyway, Anuradha, yeah. Anybody else? Raise your hand. What now refers to Jiva?
Jiva is number 3. And when he realizes who he is, then everything.
So, which one? Number? I'm looking for a number here.
Number 3.
Okay. So, okay. Only 3 refers to Jiva. All right, Vijay man.
I think 2 and 3.
2 and 3. Okay. Swapna, Meera, Mohan Sai.
3, Guruji.
3. Okay. Next.
I feel it's 4, Guruji, because that's the only thing I experience always.
All right. Then
1 and 3, Guruji.
1 and 3. Okay. Lakshmi, Mahesh, Satish. Lakshmi Nagesh.
Okay. I think it's 1 and 3, Guruji.
1 and 3. Okay. Mahesh.
2 and 3.
2 and 3. Okay. Then
Experiencer and consumer.
number. Keep it easy for us. Satish, don't complicate life like this. What are the numbers?
2 and 3.
2 and 3. Okay. Hemavati, Shankar, Bhagya, Prasanna, Haraprasad.
I think what is not Paramatma is Jiva. Only 3.
Only 3. Oh, okay.
3, yeah.
All right. Prasanna.
3 and 4, Guruji.
3 and 4. Okay. Haraprasad, Ramachandran, Lakshmi, Kolari.
Except 4. 1, 2. Except 4. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, and 3 except 4. I see. Okay. Then Ramoji, Lakshmi, and Girish.
3. 1, 3, and 4.
All right.
Only 3, Guruji.
Only 3. All right.
I
Girish.
think Jivatma and Paramatma are same. So I think it is applicable.
Which it means which?
3 is of course 3 is specific meaning, and but 1, 2, 3, 4, all the 4 are applicable as we are merging into Paramatma.
All right. Prasad, Rukmani, and Anirudh.
2 and 3.
2 and 3.
3.
3. Anirudh.
1, 3, 4.
1, 3, 4. All right. Okay. Jivatma. Jivatma refers to the Jiva. Okay. This finite entity. Okay. And so we don't call Jiva to be all pervasive. All pervasiveness does not refer to Jiva. You want to refer to all pervasive, talk about Paramatma. Why talk about Jiva? Okay, because Jiva word is there, right? Jiva refers to. Then resolving into. That also we don't say it resolves into the Jiva. Because Jiva is Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. So therefore, resolving into is also not applicable. Consuming, yes, consuming applicable to Jivatma. Okay, then what? That part, consuming part, did not come to Paramatma. Last is an interesting one. Last is where always existing. Question is, does Jiva always exist or not? So again, two views are there. Two views. This guy is actually always existing. That's why Punarapi Jananam Puramapi Man Jiva, in fact, this why guy is called Nara also. Na riyate iti naraha. Doesn't perish at all. Jiva always exists. And so from that perspective, 4 can apply to Jiva. But then after Jnanam, Jivatvam is gone. Jivatvam is gone. So if you look at it like that, then 4 does not apply. Only 3 applies to Jiva. Jiva. Okay, just a exercise to wake us up from early morning thing, you know. All right. So Shankaracharya has given us Vyutpakti Pakshe api Tatreva Atma Shabdaha Vartate. All right. Let's read the next one.
Sorry, but can I know which page I have to read?
Which page of which book? Which page of which book?
I had the Gita Press.
Gita Press 95.
Yeah. Okay.
We are doing that second paragraph. It starts with Tam Pratyagatmanam.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Good.
Tam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jyotiji, go ahead. Tam Pratyagatmanam.
Tam Pratyagatmanam.
Swam Swabhavam.
Swam Swabhavam.
Aikshat.
Aikshat.
Apashyat.
Apashyat.
Pashyati ityarthaha.
Pashyati ityarthaha.
Chandasi.
Indasi.
Kalaniyamat.
Kalaniyamat.
Okay. So he's continuing to explain. It's not lose track. Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanam aikshat. We are in the 3rd quarter of the mantra. And so he's going to explain that pratyagatmanam means what? That tam, that pratyagatmanam. This kachit dhiraha, this viveki, what does he do to pratyagatma? What does he do? He, she, what they do is pratyagatmanam swam swabhavam. Pratyagatmanam is equal to swam is equal to swabhavam. That full true nature of the self, that is the meaning of pratyagatma, which has 4 meanings as explained before. But here he's saying swam, swabhavam. Okay. And what does he do? Aikshat. That one's own nature, aikshat, means what? Apashyat. Seen, has seen. Pashyat means, aikshat means, apashyat means has seen, which should be equal to pashyati. Convert the past tense to the present tense. Okay. Ityarthaha. That kaschid dhiraha sees the Atma, knows the Atma. That is the meaning. Okay. Chandasi kala aniyamat. Okay. That's what he's saying. Why did I convert past tense to present tense here? Because aikshat is past tense. Okay. And aikshata must be the actual. Okay. And aikshata was written as aikshata. He's saying, in these kinds of situations, suppose somebody comes and tells me sun rises in the east. Wait a minute. It's already 7:05 and sun is already risen up. I can see the sun right there. What do you mean sun rises? Sun has arose in the east. Sun has risen in the east. If you say, I can understand. But you are saying sun rises in the east. You will tell me, look, my dear friend, I'm not talking about this sun, today's sun that has risen in the east. I'm telling you a fact. Sun always rises in the east. It's a truism. It's a fact. When a fact is stated, we don't use past tense And tense itself becomes irrelevant when we talk about truth. And therefore he says, Kala aniyama. There is no rule of tense at all when you talk about facts. 2 plus 3 is equal to 5 means 2 plus 3 is 5. That's all. It was 5, it is 5, it is going to be 5. All this it's meaningless. Time has no meaning in this. Okay. That is what he's saying. Time has no meaning. Kala anima. Time does not define. Time has no role to play here. That is what he's saying. Chandasi. Where does time not have a meaning? Chandasi. In the Vedas, in these matters, time has no role to play. Because Veda is talking about truths. Some truths. Even if Swarga, if it talks about it, is also a truth only. And there time does not have a role to play. That's what he's saying here. Okay. And I'll give an example. It says, it's sometimes like children. When children want to say something, I went to school tomorrow. I went to school tomorrow. Now you have to scratch your head. What is this? I went to school tomorrow means what? But the mother will know what the child is saying. Yeah, beta, Bash, very good, very happy. Tomorrow also you can go to the school the same way you went to school today. Something like that. So, like that, Chandasi, we have to identify when time does not apply. And here time does not apply. So, therefore, Shankaracharya is saying, I am converting past tense to present tense. Apashyat to pashyati, like that. Because aikshat means apashyat, past tense. Oh yeah, those who do not know Sanskrit, apashyat is past tense, pashyati is present tense. All right, next.
Jaykumarji, Chandasi, what does
In
the
the
word?
Vedas, Vede.
Okay.
The Vedas. Okay, next. Girishji, go ahead. Katham pashyati.
Sorry, I don't have the text, so please skip me.
Okay, next. Lakshmi Nagesh. Katham pashyati iti uchyate.
Katham pashyati iti uchyate.
What is this? Okay. Iti uchyate. Avritta chakshuhu.
Avritta chakshuhu.
Avrittam.
Avritam.
Avrittam.
Vyavrittam.
Okay. Avrittam. Vyavrittam.
Avrittam vyavrittam.
Chakshuhu.
Chakshuhu.
Shrotradikam.
Shrotradikam.
Indriya jatam.
Indriya jatam.
Ashesha vishayadi.
Ashesha vishayadi.
Yasya saha.
Yasya saha.
Avritta chakshuhu.
Avritta chakshuhu.
Yeah. So Shankaracharya is going to explain the next word in the mantra, Avritta chakshuhu. He's
Guruji,
saying,
there in that PDF, Asesha Vishayad, it is typed like that, not Vishayadi. It's a typo, it's a mistake.
yeah, it's a mistake. Shesha Vishayadi, it has to be Vishayadi. It can't be Vishayat. It's not Pachami. Okay, we'll see. Let's explain this and see if it works out. Okay, so he's going to explain Avritta chakshuhu, saying Katham pashyati. This Kaschid Dhiraha Aikshat converted to Pashyati. This Viveki is able to see Pratyagatma. Right? That much we have seen. Viveki sees the true nature of the self, Pratyagatmanam, Aikshat, Pashyati, sees. Katham. How does this person see? And then he's explaining, Avritta Chakshuhu. It's the word which is referring to that person. Okay, it is referring to that person. Avritta Chakshuhu. He's explaining what that means. Avrittam Vyavrittam Chakshuhu. Okay. Avrittam Vyavrit. Okay. Avrittam is equal to Vyavrittam. Means turning inward. What is turning inward? Chakshuhu. Chakshuhu means eyes. The eyes are turned inward, as it were. Eyes are turned inward. In that manner only this person sees. And what is the meaning of Chakshuhu? Shrotradikam. Chakshu means don't take to literally mean only eyes, but it refers to all sense organs. Okay. All sense organs are turned inwards. Okay. That is the meaning of Avritta Chakshuhu. And what is the Shrotradikam? All sense organs means Indriya Jatam. Jata here means group. Jati. Jati means group. And what the group of sense organs, entire group of sense organs. Okay. Okay. Correct. So this has to be Ashesha Vishayat, as Hemaji pointed out. Correct. It can't be Ashesha Vishayadi. Because he's talking about turning inwards, which means turning away. Turning away from what? That from what is in Panchami, Ashesha Vishayat. What a word it is. Vishaya means anything in this world is called a Vishaya. Correct? We understood, we know that. So Ashesha Vishayat, Shesha means remaining. Ashesha means not remaining. Means what? Everything in this world, literally leaving nothing. I can't say, okay, I will abstain. Like we there's a tradition. I'll abstain from a few things, but these things I want. These things I enjoy. I need to have these few things. There's no few things you can have. Like they go to Kashi and then they give up something. Their favorite food they will give up. This is a tradition. I don't know if it is there in the north, but in south it is there. Still there. Still there. They will go to Kashi. They will go to Kashi. It's so amazing. I want that tradition to continue. They'll go to Kashi and then come back and say, I have given up. One favorite vegetable I have given up. Thing that I love most. And so you serve them this food, they will say, no, I can't take it. I've given it. So beautiful tradition. So a beautiful tradition because that idea of giving up is there. Idea of giving up is so important. That letting go of that raga, that ativa raga is there. And so from what? Giving up, turning the eyes and ears inward means what? Turning away from Ashesha Vishayat. Ashesha Vishaya, turning away from. That from At means from. And from everything in this world, all Anatma. Anatma Prapanchat. That is the meaning. Anatma Prapanchat, entire world. No, every turning away from. Yasya Saha Avritta Chakshuhu. Means what? For the one who has this kind of a discerning intellect, one who has turned away from everything else in this world, that person is called an Avritta Chakshuhu. That is the meaning. That is what he's saying here. He's giving the meaning of the word. Yeah. Which means what? How do you turn away from all these things? Can you explain it some more to me? Yeah, let me explain. Means what? Here is a pot. Here is a bottle, here is a table, here is a chair, here are so many things. Yeah, so many things. All along, I've been focusing on Nama and Rupa, name and form, pot, chair, etc. But I never bothered to look into the true nature of the pot. The true nature of the pot is clay. What I'm really looking at is clay. But I've forgotten clay completely. Completely forgotten clay and focused on the pot. Like this, every object in this world I got, my attention was only on Nama and Rupa. And I got carried away by this. And Raga Dvesha applies to Nama Rupa. Correct? This Nama Rupa, these so many Vishayas have attracted, taken my mind away. Okay. Bahirmukha. I have become a Bahirmukhi. I have become a Dharmarthakami because of that, because of my focus on Nama Rupa. Nama Rupa is useful. Useful. Why? Because we need to know what is what. I can't go pick up some stones and eat stones because everything is Brahma. I can't say that. Because this Mithya body needs Mithya food, Mithya nutrition. All that is useful. But then I got carried away by that. And therefore, Avritta Chakshu means what? Not sitting somewhere and looking inward and looking into the tip of the nose and all that. All that has a value for certain things. But here, Avritta Chakshu means changing the vision to look into what is the essence of everything else in this world. Correct? That is the meaning of Avritta Chakshu. All right. Let's look at the next sentence. Saha evam. Hema Shankara, is that next? Or Lakshmi?
Lakshmi Kolari.
Good. Saha evam samskritah.
Saha evam samskritah.
Pratyagatmanam pashyati.
Pratyagatmanam pashyati.
Nahi.
Nahi.
Bahya vishayalochana paratvam.
Bahya vishayalochana paratvam.
Pratyagatma ikshanam.
Pratyagatma ikshanam. Cha.
Ekasya sambhavati.
Ekasya sambhavati.
Yeah. Saha. Saha means that person. Who is that person? Dhiraha. Who is that person? Avritta Chakshuhu. Dhiraha. Avritta Chakshuhu. Dhiraha is a Viveki. Viveki means one who knows that there is Atma and Anatma, and these two are entirely different things. If I want moksha, I have to better go after Atma. That person is called Dhiraha. And that person has now become an Avritta Chakshuhu, who has now made an effort. He's become a Karma Yogi and then Jnana Yogi. He is doing Shravanam Mananam. And what that person? Evam Samskritaha. Samskritaha is an interesting word. It means Vivek. Literally translated, refined. Refined person. Refined in what sense? Hey, always going after Anatma versus saying Anatma is all limited. I need Anatma for this body's survival. But then beyond that, this Anatma can't give me anything else. I'll come back. Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Jaranam. However great I am, however dharmic I am, I will be born again. Therefore, Anyatra Dharmat, Anyatra Dharmat. Earlier, Nachiketa had asked. That person is called Samskrita Purushaha, Samskritaha, referring to that person again. Avritta Chakshuhu. Evam Samskritaha. In this manner, that person who is that person who has become refined in this manner means what? Who has become more mature in this manner. More mature in what sense? Not physical maturity, in terms of cognitive maturity, understanding. Okay. Evam samskritaha pratyagatmanam pashyati. That person sees pratyagatma. Or at least in the process of seeing pratyagatma. Process of understanding. Pashyati here, janati. Look at that. Nahi bahya vishaya alochana paratvam pratyagatma ikshanam cha ekasya sambhavati. What a grand statement he's making here. Shankaracharya is saying, look, if you think about it, two things are there. Pratyagatma ikshanam means what? The vision of Atma, Pratyagatma, it's called Pratyagatma ikshanam. Ikshanam means see, literal meaning is seeing. Seeing means knowing here. Knowing Pratyagatma, and other thing is what? Bahya Vishaya Alochana Paratvam. A mind that is occupied by alochana means thoughts and obsession of what? Bahya Vishaya. External objects. Okay. External object means what? Bhahya means what is Bhahya? Means external, outside. But outside is a relative word, you know. I am inside this room, but I am outside that room. I am inside this complex, but I am outside that. I am in this city, I am outside that city. So in, out, depends on what, with reference to what. So with reference to Atma, all the objects are what? Anatma, therefore Bahyaha. Bahyaha. Okay. So Bahya Vishaya. Vishaya means Bahya itself. So these external things, my mind is obsessed with all this from morning to evening. This is all I'm thinking about. Bahya Vishaya Alochana Paratvam. Paratvam means that commitment, obsession. Commitment to things of this world. That's all. That's all I know. Life means if I have to describe my life, it is all Bahya Vishaya Alochana. Alochanam only. Whatever I say about myself will come in that category. So he's saying, Shankaracharya is saying, there are two things. There is Bahya Vishaya Alochana Paratvam, and then there is Pratyagatma Ikshanam. Two things are there. And you know what he says? Ekasya na sambhavati. Bring that na all the way to the down. First word is na. Bring it down to na sambhavati. In one person, these two things cannot be there simultaneously. Correct? Either I am going after Anatma or I am going after Atma. I can't go after both at the same time. Okay? I can't go after this both at the same time. Or, to put it differently, I mean, that is true. That is true. Parents tell children, you are now in 12th grade. You are no longer in 2nd grade, 3rd grade, or 4th grade. Okay? Where you could play for hours and hours, and we would say, okay, wash your hands and come back and have food. No, we can't do that. You're in 12th grade. Final exams are coming up, and that's going to decide your future. Now you have to be inside. That's it. This going outside, you have to stop. Pretty much you have to stop. And until the exams are over, you're going to sit at home. That's what. So if I'm sitting at home, I'm not outside. If I'm outside, I'm not inside. These two are mutually exclusive. That is what he's saying here. They are mutually exclusive. You want Atma, which is also Sukshma Vishaya. What did he say? Yama say? He said, used a word first. When he first, when Nachiketa asked him, okay, about this, he asked the third boon. Oh Baba, etat tulyam. Correct. Yeah. Devairatrapi vichikitsatam pura. Nahi suvijneyam. Okay. Nahi. Okay. Nahi suvijneyam anuresha dharma. Hey, this dharma, this atma that you're talking about is anuhu, sukshma. Very sukshma, very subtle.
Nahi sugnyam.
Yeah, nahi sugnyam. Not easily understood. Not easily understood. Very subtle, because it is subtle. Okay. And so he said that. Therefore, here also it is the same thing. Either I can go after gross things or I can go after subtle things. These two are opposites. These two are opposites, indicating that Brahma Vidya is just turning away completely from the outside. That is why this Anatma Prapancha, going after that, is called what? Pravritti in our Shastram. Pravritti Margaha, they say. Pravritti. Then what about Brahma Vidya? If I'm interested in Atma Vidya, it is called what? Nivritti. Nivritti means, literal meaning is retreat. Retreating from what? Retreating from Anatma Prapancha. Bahya Vishaya Paratvam, retreating from that. And it becomes now Antara Vishaya Prapanchaha, Paratvam. Antara. That is the meaning here. So I quoted this in Tamil, the Taimanavar. I'll tell you that later. But this child is playing with a toy. Okay? Child is playing with a toy. It's an elephant. It's an elephant. And child is playing, and then it loves this elephant because the parents purchased this toy for him. And so he's playing. And the parents are, he's lost in this game. He's enjoying it. It's a new toy, birthday gift also. And the parents are sitting. They're talking to each other. They're saying, look, most children play with the plastic toy. We bought him this elephant made of sandalwood. And how many thousands and thousands of rupees we paid for it. That's a conversation between these two people. Okay. That means what? The child is carried away by the elephant, Nama Rupa. But these parents are very enlightened when it comes to these kinds of things. And they've gone beyond elephant. For them, they're not even looking at the elephant. They're looking at sandalwood. Their vision is all sandalwood. Sandalwood vision. They're all jnanis. They're all sandalwood jnanis. Okay. And therefore, they're talking only about sandalwood. They don't see the elephant at all. It's okay. Elephant is okay. Camel, it's all okay. Giraffe, it's all okay. Okay. So, that is Marathai Maraitadu Mamadai Yanai. It's a beautiful couplet written by Taiman. Marathai Maraitadu Mamadai Yanai. There are two words in Tamil. Maram means wood. Maram means wood. And then Maraital. Marai means obscured, covered up. Okay. So he says, this wood is covered by the elephant. The wood is covered by the elephant. Marathai Maraitadu Mamadai Yanai. Yanai means elephant. This elephant has covered the wood for the child. Elephant has covered the wood. Marathai Maraitadu Mamadai Yanai. Then what happens to the parents? Maraitil Maraindadu Mamadai. In the wood disappeared the elephant. The elephant disappeared in the wood. Anna. But the child only sees the elephant. And the parents also are seeing the same object. But then they don't see the elephant. Elephant has disappeared in the wood. And then he continues. He says, Parathai Maraitadu Parmudal Bodham. Then Param he uses. And then Bodham, he uses other word. Means Panchabhuta. Hey, this world, this prapancha has obscured, has covered the Paravastu, Brahma, Paravastu. The world has covered Brahma for most people, for all people, but for Kaschit Dhiraha, then what? That the world has disappeared in Brahma. Correct? The world has disappeared. So, Parattai Maraitadu Parmudal Bhudam, Paratil Maraindadu Parmudal Bhudam. That is a beautiful couplet by Tayumanavar. So like that, here also. Either you see the elephant or you see the wood. You can't see both. If you want to see the wood, you got to do something different. Correct? Yeah, Anuruddha, go ahead.
Guruji, please repeat Pravrutti. We said Anatma Vishaya Asakti. Or what did we say Pravrutti as?
Anatma Vishaya, pursuit of Anatma Vishaya. So, Paratvam, he said Paratvam. I use this word Shankaracharya gave. Bhashya Vishaya Alochana Paratvam. Anatma Vishaya Alochana Paratvam. Bahir Vishaya Alochana Paratvam. Okay.
Okay. And for Nivrutti, we said Anta Vishaya Prapancha.
Atma Alochana Paratvam. Thoughts about Atma. What can this Atma be? Okay. These two cannot coexist. They cannot coexist. He's making a bold statement. Ekasya na sambhavati. Correct?
Thank you. Yes.
It's a beautiful statement. That means what? Whatever I am pursuing, I'm okay to pursue whatever you have to do. Do what it takes to take care of yourself and the family, etc. We have to do. That is dharma. But then always be aware that Atma is not any of these things. And that is why we have to ask, what about mind? Therefore, I am going to sit quietly and watch my mind and then see Atma in the mind. And then I play all these mind games. A mind also is Atma or Anatma.
Anatma.
Mind is Anatma. Manaha api Anatma eva. So my obsession about mind also. Mind is important. I have to take care of my mind. I agitated mind. Yeah, take care of the agitated mind. Bring it down. You need to do some meditation. Do some meditation. You need to take some advice from somebody. Yeah, go ahead and take some advice. Because the mind has to be at least somewhat stable. Mind will have its ups and downs. I'm going to eliminate ups and downs in my mind. I'm going to sit on. Not needed. Not correct. Why? Because that pursuit is what? Anatma pursuit or Atma pursuit? Hey, it is Anatma pursuit. It is also Bhashya Vishaya Alochanam eva. So trying to fix the mind constantly, initially it is a sadhanam, then it becomes an obsession. Keep it as a sadhanam. Somebody asked Meera asked the question, where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line? Well, you have to draw the line by studying the Shastra. Only then we will correct ourselves. Am I spending too much time on something? That only I will know if I study the Shastram. And so, this mind improvement is good initially, but make sure it doesn't become an obsession. Because mind will be like that only. And as long as it's enough, it's available for me to study the Shastram, do Shravanam, good. That's it. And then keep it like that and then keep going. Okay. And so, because finally we are going to falsify the mind, move from mind refinement to mind falsification. Falsification means what? Mithya. Manas also is mithya. Experiential happiness is also mithya. Experiential happiness is mithya. Look at that. Then what is not mithya? Atma, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. Sat, Chit, Ananda. That is Satyam. That Ananda, that is the cause of the experiential Ananda also. Therefore, I can't go after experiential Ananda forever. Okay. That beautiful statement he makes here. So it looks innocuous. He's sitting in the middle of Bhaashyam. Okay, but then look at how important that statement is. Bahya Vishaya Alochana Paratvam Pratyagatma Ikshanam Cha Hi Ekasya Na Sambhavati. Ekasya Purushasya. For a person, Ekasya. Simultaneously, both cannot happen. Okay, so we'll continue the Bhaashyam in the next. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. And tomorrow we'll meet at 6:30. We'll being Janmashtami.